Welcome to Headphone News, Greater Toronto edition for Sunday, November 24, 2024.
Toronto Santa Claus Parade marks 120th year. The 120th Toronto Santa Claus Parade is set for November 23, 2024. This year, the parade anticipates around 750,000 spectators. The event will showcase 27 floats and over 2,000 performers along a 6-kilometer route. Before the parade starts, children can enjoy activities at Christie Pits. Performer Emma Mema will entertain the kids before joining her float. The parade kicks off at 12:30 p.m. following remarks from officials, including Mayor Chow. Organizers caution that this could be the last parade due to financial challenges, needing $250,000 to avoid a deficit. The province and city have committed support, and roads will reopen by 6 p.m. after the event.
Toronto lawyer sentenced for embezzlement. Singa Bui, a lawyer in Toronto, Ontario, has been sentenced to 20 days in jail for contempt of court. Bui embezzled nearly $7 million from clients to fund a lavish lifestyle, including luxury purchases. The court determined that she repeatedly ignored court orders. Her husband, Nicholas, is also facing legal issues. At least 26 plaintiffs are taking legal action against the couple. This case highlights serious concerns about the regulation of lawyers in Ontario and the safeguarding of client funds.
Black Art Fair celebrates diversity in Toronto. The Black Art Fair is happening this weekend in Toronto, Ontario. This event features the work of 29 artists from the African diaspora. Organized by the Nia Centre for the Arts, the fair aims to uplift Black artists and highlight their creative expressions. Attendees can enjoy a variety of artistic mediums, including paintings, photography, and textiles. Alika Hall, the executive director, stresses the significance of this event in promoting Black creativity. The fair will also host panel discussions on art collecting to educate new collectors. The event takes place on November 23 and 24 at 524 Oakwood Avenue. This fair is the only event in Toronto dedicated exclusively to Black artists.
Job cuts in Ontario colleges due to international student cap. Colleges and universities in Ontario, Canada, are experiencing serious financial challenges because of a new federal cap on international students. St. Lawrence College in Kingston has seen a 50% drop in foreign student enrollment, leading to the loss of 30 jobs. Other institutions, including Mohawk College in Hamilton and Seneca Polytechnic, are also preparing for potential layoffs and operational changes. The federal government plans to issue about 300,000 fewer international student permits over the next 3 years. This situation poses a threat to the diversity and financial health of the higher education sector, which relies significantly on international students for economic support.
AI Scribes enhance family medicine in Canada. AI scribe technology is changing the landscape of healthcare in Canada by assisting family doctors with their administrative tasks. This software transcribes and summarizes conversations between clinicians and patients, allowing physicians to spend more time on patient care. In provinces like New Brunswick and Ontario, family doctors report saving significant time, with some estimating a reduction of up to 3 hours per week on paperwork. For instance, a doctor in Fredericton found he could leave the office earlier after using the AI tool. Another physician in South Surrey, British Columbia, noted that the technology helped keep patient appointments running on time. The Ontario Medical Association is currently evaluating different AI scribe programs to enhance healthcare efficiency. This innovation aims to lessen the heavy administrative burden on doctors, ultimately improving the healthcare experience for both providers and patients.
Canadian restaurants struggle amid economic pressures. The restaurant industry in Canada faces serious challenges as consumer spending drops. High inflation and rising personal debt are leading many people to eat out less often. Last year, diners returned to restaurants with enthusiasm after pandemic restrictions eased, but this year, many are looking for more affordable options. Chris Elliott, chief economist for Restaurants Canada, notes that more than half of restaurants are either losing money or just breaking even, a significant change from 5 years ago when only 12% were in a similar situation. Many customers now prefer quick-service restaurants for breakfast instead of full-service places for lunch or dinner. Mai Nguyen, co-owner of a sushi restaurant in Kitchener, Ontario, points out that diners are choosing cheaper meal combinations to save money. This trend illustrates how economic pressures are changing dining habits across the country.
Controversy in Canadian politics over free speech. A major controversy has emerged in the House of Commons in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Speaker Greg Fergus ejected 3 Conservative MPs for using inappropriate language. This action has ignited a heated debate within the Conservative Party, led by Pierre Poilievre, who accused the Liberal government of censoring its members. However, reports suggest that Poilievre exercises strict control over what Conservative MPs can express. This situation raises significant questions about free speech and party discipline in Canadian politics.
Home invasion leads to 7 arrests in Vaughan. On November 23, 2024, 7 young people were arrested in Vaughan, Ontario, Canada, after a home invasion. Police received a call about the incident around 9 p.m. When officers arrived, they found 2 stolen vehicles idling nearby. The vehicles tried to escape but crashed into police cars. 4 suspects were arrested from the vehicles, while 3 others were taken into custody inside the home. One person inside the house suffered serious injuries and was taken to the hospital. Those arrested included a 13-year-old boy, 4 17-year-old boys, and 2 18-year-old men, facing charges such as robbery with a firearm and assault with a weapon. One suspect managed to escape while in handcuffs and is still at large.
Auston Matthews injury update. Auston Matthews, captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, is recovering from an injury. He last played on November 3, 2024, against the Minnesota Wild and has missed 7 games since then. During his absence, the Maple Leafs have recorded 6 wins and 1 loss. Recently, Matthews visited a clinic in Germany for a second opinion on his injury, spending 5 days there. He hopes to return to the lineup by November 30, 2024. Meanwhile, teammate Max Domi is on injured reserve with a lower body injury and will also miss upcoming games. The team faces challenges as it deals with these player injuries throughout the season.
25 years since Sharmini Anandavel's disappearance. The case of Sharmini Anandavel remains unsolved after 25 years. At just 15 years old, Sharmini disappeared from her home in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, on June 12, 1999, while heading out to look for a job. 4 months later, her skeletal remains were found in a wooded area near the Don River. Investigators are focusing on a suspect who lived in the same apartment building as Sharmini. This individual falsely claimed to be a police officer and engaged with children in the building. Despite multiple interviews, police have not been able to gather enough evidence to make an arrest. The case continues to attract media attention, emphasizing the need for community involvement in solving cold cases.
Police investigate arson incident in Scarborough, Ontario. Toronto police are investigating an arson incident that took place on September 29, 2024, in Scarborough, a district of Toronto, Ontario, Canada. A suspect allegedly placed an incendiary device inside a parked Tesla Model Y in a plaza parking lot. After the act, the suspect fled the scene in a red Volkswagen SUV. The suspect is described as 6 feet tall with a heavy build, last seen wearing a black hoodie and black pants. Police have released images of the suspect and are urging the public to come forward with any information related to the case. Arson is a serious crime in Canada, and incidents like this can raise concerns about community safety, leading to discussions about law enforcement strategies and preventive measures.
Teens charged in Vaughan home invasion. 7 teenagers, including a 13-year-old, have been charged following a violent home invasion in Vaughan, Ontario. The incident took place on Friday night. Police received a call around 9 p.m. about the ongoing invasion at a home near Ventura Way and Beverly Glen Boulevard. When officers arrived, they found suspects inside the house and others waiting in stolen vehicles. Some suspects tried to flee but crashed into police cars. 4 suspects were arrested from the vehicles, while 3 others were taken from inside the home. One person inside sustained serious injuries and was transported to a local hospital. The suspects face over 40 charges, including robbery with a firearm. Police Chief McSween expressed concerns about repeat offenders being released on bail while committing serious crimes. This incident raises important questions about youth crime and community safety in Vaughan.
Canada Post strike causes major parcel shortage. Canada Post has reported a shortage of over 8 million parcels due to a strike that started on November 15, 2023. More than 55,000 workers across Canada walked off the job, raising concerns about wages, job security, and working conditions. As a result, many customers have turned to other delivery services during this disruption. Negotiations are ongoing between Canada Post and the Canadian Union of Postal Workers, with Canada Post offering wage increases of 11.5% over 4 years. The union is demanding a higher wage increase of 24%. This strike highlights ongoing labor issues in Canada and may have lasting effects on public service workers.
Arrest in fake rideshare assaults in Brampton. Peel Regional Police have arrested a suspect in connection with 2 alleged sexual assaults involving a fake rideshare driver in Brampton, Ontario, Canada. The first incident happened on November 8, when an 18-year-old woman was approached at a bus stop by a man posing as a rideshare driver. He offered her a ride for cash and then assaulted her in a secluded area. The second incident occurred on November 16, involving a 21-year-old woman who was also approached at a bus stop. Police linked these incidents and identified the suspect based on descriptions provided by the victims. This arrest raises serious concerns about safety measures in rideshare services and emphasizes the need for greater community awareness to prevent such crimes.
Seniors outraged by exclusion from Canadian relief program. On November 22, 2024, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced a new program to provide $250 Canadian dollars to eligible working Canadians. This initiative aims to assist those struggling with rising costs due to inflation. However, many seniors feel excluded because they do not qualify for this financial relief. Neil Pierce, a 69-year-old from Edmonton, criticized the program for benefiting workers while ignoring retirees. Elizabeth Dunleavy, a 93-year-old from Woodstock, Ontario, voiced her frustration, stating that the decision discriminates against seniors. The total cost of this program is approximately $4.68 billion Canadian dollars. Advocacy groups are expressing concerns about the lack of support for vulnerable populations who are left out of this relief effort.
That is all the news for today. Thank you for listening to today's headphone news. News summary brought to you by AI.